Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today I have a little bit of a keto rant. I've done that before for an extended period of time, and I just have some personal opinions about it. But we're going to be talking about breakfast. Break fast. Whether if you do it at 1 o'clock in the afternoon or 8 o'clock in the morning, this is going to be the best one for you. It's going to give you tons of energy, and it's going to help you get through the day. All right, let's do it. Alright, before I completely forget, I just want to remind you guys to give this video a thumbs up and click the subscribe button down below. Just a disclaimer, if you're a keto fan, you're probably going to be offended. Keto's dumb. Excluding one food group is just a bad idea. Why would you want to do that? I'm telling you, carbs aren't making you fat. Whole grains aren't making you fat. Fruits aren't making you fat. Your shitty eating habits are making you fat. Overeating is going to make you gain weight. If you eat less, you're going to lose weight. It's calories in versus calories out. It's the most basic thing that you need to know. Cutting out carbs, all that's going to do is going to drain you of water. And then you're going to have one carb and you're going to gain all that weight back. You could eat French fries and chocolate milk. If you eat too many calories, you're going to gain weight. A small percent of the population are going to be able to eat low carb, high fat every single day, day in and day out. And I'm not just talking about 3 or 4 days at a time, because that's how long it really takes to get into ketosis. Okay, they have the little strips that you can pee on and they turn purple and blue to see if they are in ketosis. You got to do it for an extended period of time. And most of you guys are going to fall to your cravings. It's better to have a well-rounded, balanced diet. That being said, there are some good fats. You know, if you're eating like avocado oil or like coconut oil, shoot, they even have things like grapeseed oil. Whole grains aren't going to make you fat. It's not just about macronutrients, but more importantly, it's micronutrients. Alrighty guys, so the very first thing we're going to start off with is oats. Now, not only are these oats super high in fiber, it's going to give you good energy, guys. It's going to make you feel good for a long amount of time. And that's what being healthy is really about. You know, it's not about being shredded or having abs. I mean, yeah, that stuff is all great and we strive for perfection, but it's really about feeling good about yourself. It's about having enough energy. And really, it's about having a positive self-image. Alrighty, so here's everything else that I put in my smoothie. Probably one of the most important things that I put in there are fruits. Okay, this is my favorite because I think it's got, you know, the most variety. They have some other ones where, you know, they sell like papaya and pineapple, but I feel like this has got the most variety, and at the same time, it's a lot cheaper. Also, it's really high in fiber. That is a good thing, people. I got my flask seeds. Right now I just happen to have organic. Any kind of flask seed will do. You can replace it with hemp seed. You know, I also add some chia seeds. Just, you know, wherever your imagination can take you is the greatest. And of course you got to get your greens, a little bit of spinach, a little bit of kale. Now this is not going to affect the way this tastes at all. This is going to be so good. Now one important thing that you want to remember is this is a key ingredient right here, not just because it's protein and it's good for building muscle, but Pro Performance 100% whey vanilla cream or strawberry. I've tried some of the other proteins such as this, maybe a little bit cheaper, okay? And it's not bad whenever you're just having a protein shake, but in the smoothie, this is really gonna make a difference, okay? This is really gonna make it taste well. Now, if you do happen to use some of your other protein, it's not a big deal. Just a pro tip, if you add more fruits, it's gonna make it taste better. Okay, again, do not be afraid of these. These are not going to make you fat. This is good for you. There are a couple of special ingredients that I like to put in my smoothies. It's not necessary, but I do it for myself because it really helps me perform a lot better at the gym or whenever I'm working out or training. And at the same time, it's going to keep you healthy, right? It's going to help you fight off infections. It's going to keep you from getting sick. At the same time, it's going to boost energy, metabolism, all that great stuff. All right, there you got it. All my vitamins. I take a crap load of different things, as you can see. Now, is this going to affect how the smoothie tastes? No, I think that protein is probably going to be the biggest thing that determines how your smoothie tastes. Over here on the left, I have magnesium, vitamin B1, vitamin B12, vitamin C, vitamin K, vitamin E. I have calcium, magnesium, and zinc in this one. I have just a random GNC multi-heart vitamin. It's just something that I'm trying to use up. And of course, vitamin B6. Now, there are other things you could put in there like potassium. You know, you could really get creative with this. You know, every time I go to the store, I look to see if there's something new that I could add to my arsenal. Okay guys, so I do weigh my food out, but I don't do it to count calories because that's a waste of time, and unless you're, you know, an elite top 1% athlete, you don't really need to do that. Okay, that's not necessary to be healthy, but what it does do, it keeps me aware of how much I'm eating, you know, and I do this from time to time. I don't do this every meal, okay, so that way you're not putting too much oats or you're not putting, you know, too much fruit, and then before you know it, you're eating 1,500 calories. That's not the point. So if you guys are ready, let's get these chia seeds, these flax seeds, and these oats all in here, weighed out. All right, so now that we have all that stuff weighed out, it's time to add in the vitamins. Next, we will do our spinach and our kale. Usually I put 1 serving, half a serving. It just kind of depends. Sometimes my blender gets pretty full and I don't want it to overflow, but as long as you get the greens, that's what's important. Next is our fruits. Usually I do 1.5 servings. Just kind of depends. If I don't like the way that it tastes, I put in a little bit more. Right now, we're about at 170 grams. 1 serving size is 140, so just a little bit more than 1. Close enough. So next we have Greek yogurt, Great Value plain. It's got 17 grams of protein and it has a little bit less of the other stuff. It has less carbs and it has less fats, just really helping up the protein. Now it is a little bit bitter, so I find that it contrasts with the sweetness of the fruit and it just pops and it makes it taste so great. I do have one more secret ingredient, and that's just a little bit of sweetener. Okay, now with this particular sweetener, it's extremely strong, so I just put a tiny bit in there, but you can use any kind of sweetener that you would like. Now that we have everything weighed out, we're gonna start with these first by itself to turn it into a powder, and then we got everything else. All right guys, let's get to it. Alright guys, it's time to taste a magical creation here. Careful, don't let it drip down the side. That's good. So usually what I do is I split this up into 2 separate meals. This whole thing has about 800 to 900 calories, just depending on how many oats and fruits you put in it, whether you put 1 or 1.5 servings. I'll take about half of this pre-workout, and then I'll take the other half after my workout. Don't forget to click like and subscribe for more content. We'll see you guys next time.